To the black men that want to date white women. I see videos on YouTube all the time, guys I listen to, like LAR Movement, O'Shea Jackson, Donovan Sharp. They do videos that I like a lot. And sometimes I'll see in the comments, like, black guys. Now, I'm a Middle Eastern man before we start this video. So I'm not white, I'm not black. I'm a Middle Eastern guy, right? And I've dated tons of white women. And I see guys in the comments on these YouTube videos, black guys say, man, I'm gonna just go get me a white girl because, they're more well behaved. They know how to love a man. They know how to respect a man, in ways that black women don't know how to. And, I always find that shit fucking hilarious because I've dated mostly nothing but white women my whole life. And, attractive white women. And my experience has kind of been the exact opposite. Now, here's where black guys get it fucked up, right? And, I do this video out of love. I don't want you guys, to the black men listening. I do my videos for men of all different races. But for the black men listening, I don't want you to think you're missing out because you're not getting white women. Because, a little secret, at the end of the day, female nature comes out in women of all races, and white women eventually become just as bad as black women. They just know how to hide their shit longer. See, black women, they have that fucked up attitude up front. They have this, fucking hip-hop loving hip-hop diva bullshit mentality, right from the get-go. White women are a little more secretive and better at manipulating and know how to act feminine better. They're not really more feminine. They just know how to act feminine better than black women do. And because they think they're better than every other race of women, they have this little princess mentality that I think black men also mistake for femininity. But the thing with white women is, they're just like black women in the sense where if you really want to date them long term, you have to be some successful guy. You have to be going places. And the second you stop being on top, white women will throw you off the ship quicker than any other race of women will. I've seen black women, not all, but I've seen some that are actually willing to struggle with their man and build with their man. And this isn't all of them. This isn't even most of them. This is still a small minority. But I've never really seen a single white woman willing to struggle with anybody because she feels so entitled. She's like, I'm a princess. I need to jump to the next guy that will make me the queen. Now, most black women have this mentality too, but I'm just gonna keep it real with you guys. I've never met a loyal white woman. Now, unless you're dealing with like a very rare, like Italian chick or something, there are some women like that who are kind of loyal, but Italian women aren't really like, I'm white. I'm talking like WASP, like American born and raised white women, with no roots, no ties to other countries. So I'd say after about a month or two, the white girls I date, they're super sweet for the first month, but then that bitchiness comes out slowly but surely, that manipulation comes out slowly but surely, and eventually they're trying to wear the pants, right? Now, on top of that, for men of color, I'm just going to keep it real with you guys. I have, most of my subscribers are white guys. And, I love you guys to death. I love all the men who listen to my channel. But I've got to be honest about my experience when I'm dating. When I would date white women, their families, the men included, were low-key racist as fuck. And I'm not even a black man. So I get, I'm a Middle Eastern man. So I'm kind of brown, right? So I get better treatment in America than black men do because I'm not as dark. But they were still racist as fuck with me behind the scenes, saying all kinds of fucked up shit behind my back. So as a black man, don't think you're gonna get any better treatment than I did. I'd be dating white girls and their brothers would get mad at the girl I'm dating, and they would be like, fuck you and your sand nigger boyfriend. I'm Middle Eastern, so they call me a sand nigger. So they'd be like, fuck you and your sand nigger boyfriend. And then the girl would come back and tell me like, oh, my brother called you this and this and that. But then I would confront the dude about it and he'd be like, no, man, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. And then a little later down the line, the dude would get mad again and he'd say it to my face. And then we'd actually get in a fight or some shit. And then like it's just crazy, man. And like I've had girls, white girls I'm dating, I get in a fight with their brother because they say some racist shit, and now their mom is trying to call the police on me, and all kinds of fucked up shit that comes with dating, white women in America. They do think they're better than you, no matter how dominant you are, no matter how alpha you are. I've never been a guy who takes shit. And they still have this superiority complex, and their families are still racist deep down for the most part, the men included. And they love, they always, I've had, white girls I date, they're like, oh, if you do this and this, I'm going to call the cops on you. And they love to have their finger on that 911 button as well. The same way a lot of black women do, I'm sure. But the thing, I just, what I'm trying to say about dating white women, don't think it's going to be better. It might be better for a month. It might be better for 2 or 3 months, but eventually that mask is going to fall off, and you're going to see just how, slick and cunning and manipulative white women are. They're just as bad as black women, except with an entitlement that they deserve even more. And they do have more options because I don't know why in this Western world, white women are viewed as goddesses. I mean, for the most part, they're the most mediocre race of women. They can't cook, they can't clean, they have no culture, they have no values. I'm a Middle Eastern man, so I grew up around women that know how to cook and know how to treat a man like a god. So I've never understood why black men worship white women. I think it's just the slavery mentality. I think it's just, years of slavery fucking with your head, making you think white women are these fucking goddesses. I'm from the Middle East, and, the women we have over there are 10 times more talented than white women. So I just never saw the queen mentality in white women that a lot of black men seem to have. Now, there is truth that, as a black man in America, there is a demographic of white women that only date black men, but those women are generally pretty ratchet and pretty fucking dumb. But the princess white women that you feel are too good for you and that you think you'll never be able to get, whether you get them or not, I just want you guys to know, because I've had these princess white women, they're fucking awful. They're not better than any other race of women. They have no talent. They have an entitlement like no other race of women. Their families are low-key racist. They'll smile in your face, but it's like that movie Get Out, They'll have dinner with you once or twice, and they'll pretend like you're a part of the gang. But then as time goes on, you will see how racist her family is. You'll start to hear them, make little nigger comments and shit. I've had that happen to me, oh, your boyfriend fucking saying nigger and all kinds of shit like that. And then after enough time, they will start getting ballsy enough to start saying shit like that to your face. Once they feel really comfortable around you, then they'll just start displaying that racism shit straight up to your face. And now you have a whole nother situation on your hands. So this isn't to, shit talk the white guys that watch my videos. This is just my experience. Take it or leave it. When I've dated white girls, their white family members, the men included, after a while, I started to see their true colors about how they feel about their little snow bunny princess, getting fucked by a man of color. So that's just what it is, man. This video, for the black men listening, don't think it's better on the other side. I most of my dating experience comes from dating white women. And, a lot of my black friends think like, oh, bro, they're probably so much better. They probably treat you better. And, like for a month or two, that's the truth. But give it enough time, you start to see that they're just as bad as any other race of women, including black women. And in some ways, they're even worse. You have more shit to deal with. But that's just a video, for the black men who listen to my channel. White women are not the answer.